What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Holy shit. That was an excellent way to end NXT UK TAKEOVER Blackpool 2. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my review and the result of this event. So we kick things off with a match that was actually unique, very unique, as Trent 7, as part of Mustache Mountain, went one-on-one with the Swansea Savant Eddie Dennis. We all know that Eddie Dennis is a very methodical person. We all know that. We all know. But this had to have been probably the most methodical ever. Because Eddie Dennis, during the match, exposed the turnbuckle. And for some reason, Trent 7 landed head first onto the exposed turnbuckle, allowing Trent 7 to hit a razor's edge. Now originally he wanted to do that on the turnbuckle, but the ref was like, "No, you ain't doing that." He's like, "You know what? Fine, I'll do it over the top rope." Landed onto another person, landed on the floor, and then he hit what he calls the next stop driver on Trent 7 to pick up a victory. Overall, this was a good match. It the hype in my opinion, the hype wasn't there. So in this case, I'm gonna have to give this 3 stars. Only because of the fact that there was no hype, there was no real physical contact, against each other. It was all mental, and there was really nothing there to the storyline. Next up, we have the first of 3 title matches on the card. The first... Anyway, don't mind, guys. Don't mind the background noise. Anyway, the first title match is for the NXT UK Women's title, as Kaylee Ray defended against the former champion Toni Storm and Piper Niven. Now, these 3 women, if you guys saw Prime, the WWE Network special Prime Target, they did a documentary on the road to NXT UK to this event, TAKEOVER Blackpool 2, and there was like a, I think, was it Storm? I think it was no. It was I think it was Piper. Piper Niven mentioned that they've traveled the world together. They've been good friends. But now, Kaylee Ray, the thought of being NXT UK Women's Champion has gone to her head, and she decided, obviously on the road to Cardiff, to take over Cardiff back in August, Kaylee Ray got into the mind of Toni Storm, and that didn't go so well. So this match was a match to determine who was really the best. It wasn't a match to get payback. It was more of a way to find out who is really dominant in the NXT UK Women's division. Honestly, this was an incredible match, incredible storytelling, the perfect way to show off Kaylee Ray as a true heel was by sneaking up on Toni Storm, hitting her with a kick to the face, and then pinning Piper Niven to retain the NXT UK Women's title. And if you guys did not know, Toni Storm came this close. Toni Storm became this close from pinning Piper Niven and regaining the NXT UK Women's title. We all thought it would have came full circle, but sadly It did not. So Kaylee Ray retains. Again, again, excellent storytelling. Excellent way to show off these three. These three women as baby faces and heels. It was excellent. 4 stars, hands down. Next up, we have a match that's 3 years in the making. Yes, 3 years in the making. If you guys remember the inaugural WWE United Kingdom Championship tournament back in 2017, at that same Emperor's Ballroom, in that same building, Tyler Bate had faced off against Jordan Devlin. Had faced off against Jordan Devlin in the quarterfinals of that tournament, in the final 8. That was an incredible match. Obviously, Jordan Devlin, being the respectful guy that he was back then, he tried just to shake his hand, but Tyler Bate just nope. And Tyler Bate ended up defeating Jordan Devlin back then, and it ate Jordan alive. It ate him alive with the fact that Tyler Bate got more respect, got more praise by the fans and his fellow peers than Jordan Devlin. So right after that tournament, Jordan Devlin, we all know what happened after. He trained, he traveled the world, honing his craft since then. Now he's on NXT UK, and he's been pretty dominant, I will say. Despite the win and loss record, despite the mind games, he's pretty good. But of course, this match again was 3 years in the making. This was an incredible match and an incredible way to show off what 3 years can do to you. And there was oh my god, this was an all-out brawl. But the closing moments of the match, Tyler Bate hit Jordan Devlin with the Tyler Driver 97 as his finisher. He pinned Jordan Devlin, but only got a 2. Then went up to the top rope and hit a twisting corkscrew splash. I believe that's the right term for it. Pinned Jordan Devlin to pick up the 1, 2, 3. Thus Jordan Devlin will, I think in my opinion, will always remain in Tyler's shadow. But then again, you never know. You never know. This match was incredible, and an incredible way to show off Jordan Devlin's skills, and an incredible way to show off what Tyler Bate can do, even when the odds are stacked against him. So, hands down, 4 stars. And if you want to see brutal, if you want to see extreme, check this out. Gallus, Imperium, Grizzly Young Veterans, Webster and Andrews, 4 tag teams wanting to become NXT UK Tag Team Champions. This was intense. This was absolutely crazy. This was probably by far one of the best matches. This was probably by far the match that stole the show. Because obviously, for one, it's a ladder match. Any match involving ladders, it's gonna steal any show at all. This match was actually the perfect way for Imperium to show off why, in their eyes, the mat, why the mat is sacred to them. And it was also a perfect way to show for the other tag teams, Gallus, Webster and Andrews, and the Grizzly Young Veterans, why they want to be tag team champions. This was an incredible way for all that to come about. But there were also a lot of rivalries in there as well. Obviously, Gallus and Imperium, Webster and Andrews and the Grizzly Young Veterans, Gallus and Webster and Andrews. It was intense. But of course, the closing moments of the match, Gallus actually took Imperium out and just completely annihilated the rest of the tag teams to climb the ladders and retrieve the NXT UK Tag Team titles. Thus, Gallus thus, the NXT UK Tag Team titles are still Gallus. This was actually again, as I said before, this was probably by far the best way to show for WWE to showcase what NXT UK is all about, bringing in ladders, putting the tag titles high above the ring, 15 feet high, and giving these 4 tag teams the opportunity to showcase what they can really do under pressure. And this was it. This was the match. 5 stars, hands down. And now for the main event. This was another match that completely stole the show. Ever since NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool won last year, Joe Coffey has been bitter by the fact that he could not become WWE United Kingdom Champion. He could not do it against Pete Dunne, and he tapped out. And that was the night that Walter showed up. Of course, too, Walter and Pete Dunne did indeed team up one time to take on Gallus, and that was a really good match. That was an excellent match. That led to a match between Walter and Pete Dunne at NXT TakeOver New York as part of WrestleMania weekend. Hell of a match. Walter wins, and he's held on to the title for 281 days. That is absolutely amazing, absolutely incredible. And tonight was going to be the night that we all thought Joe Coffey would be the one to defeat Walter and take the title away. But unfortunately, that did not come to pass because Walter had hit the referee with a drop kick, which allowed Alexander Wolf from Imperium to get involved, which allowed Ilya Dragunov to get involved. But unfortunately, the Moscow Torpedo, as is Dragunov's move, not only did that move hit Alexander Wolf, but it also hit Joe Coffey and his knee. And there was no way Joe Coffey would be able to hide the pain away from Walter, because Walter just went at it. And the closing moments of the match, it was an intense way to close out the match. But of course, once again, Joe Coffey taps out. This time, Walter actually made Joe Coffey tap out to a sleeper modified crossface type of submission to retain the WWE United Kingdom Championship. Honestly, I have no doubt in my mind that Joe Coffey will become champion someday. I have no doubt about that in my mind. This was a really great match. 4 stars easy. But what happened after the match? Oh my god. What happened after is going to shock you. And I emphasize the term shock, as in shock the system. Because all 4 members of Imperium showed up, did their pose, doing their thing. And who shows up? None other than the NXT champion, the NXT North American champion, and the NXT Tag Team champions. The Undisputed Era just completely annihilates Imperium, and Adam Cole hits Walter with the last shot. This is a prelude to what we will see at WWE Worlds Collide when the Undisputed Era goes up against Imperium. As of now, there are only 3 matches on that card for Worlds Collide. We have Undisputed Era versus Imperium. We have Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm for the NXT Women's title, and the one match I'm interested in is Finn Balor versus Ilya Dragunov. I am interested in that. That should be one hell of a match. But with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. Honestly, the whole night itself was really good. There was a lot of incredible storytelling. This was the perfect way to get the entire NXT UK roster prepared for Worlds Collide, and also, and also for the Royal Rumble, because I've been hearing rumors. There's been a rumor going around saying that I believe 4 superstars from NXT and 2 from NXT UK are going to be in the Royal Rumble match. As to who, I have no idea. But those are the rumors that I've been hearing. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, smash the thumbs up button. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. 2020 is gonna be our year. It's gonna be my year. I feel it. I know it. It is gonna be an incredible year. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links will be down in the description below. And if you guys want to send fan mail, because I want to hear from you guys. So if you guys have any fan mail, you want to send me letters, cards you want me to sign and send back to you, or whatever. My address will be at the very top of the description below. Send fan mail. I want to hear from you guys. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.